What's good, y'all? We're gonna get straight to the point. So DeVille is gonna take it away with this video. It is about Drake. He had an interview with Complex, I guess through email. They had a back and forth. They so desperate. I guess that's the only way they could get an interview from him. He's talking about the Iceman episodes, those shitty episodes that he put out, explaining what those episodes meant. It's so embarrassing that he has to come out, the artist himself, to explain his own work because the work was so lackluster. His fans was left confused and underwhelmed with these videos. So he pretty much came out to explain the meaning behind the scenes, the cryptic messages, and and whatever he was trying to portray. Right. So let's take a listen.
You know the rollout is so bad when you have to explain the rollout for everybody else. This is insane, man, because we
This is so bad. I just said that. I try not to listen, not to watch these videos prior to me reacting to them because I want y'all to have my genuine reaction to it. And look, I just said it. It is so bad. Him as being the artist having to come out and explain his own work because nobody gets it.
You know the rollout is so bad when you have to explain the rollout for everybody else. This is insane, man, because we know that when this came out, all of the fans that stick with Drake through thick and thin, they realized that this wasn't what they wanted. They were
Hmm.
very disappointed in this rollout. And Drake is so bothered by it, he has to explain the rollout himself through this complex interview. But not only explain the rollout, but also throw subliminals within the interview. And that's what we're really going to focus on today because this is just ridiculous at this point. Do you really think that you explaining the rollout is going to make it any better or make people
Right.
feel like they should go back and watch it? Kaisa Knott said that this performance was lackluster, to say the least, as well as the fans that are always sticking their neck out for you. There is no way that you coming out here to explain it is going to do any better. And we're going to get to this part of the article, right? This is where he starts to explain why he did the YouTube format, why he decided to do live streams, and what he said in the middle of this, reading between the lines here. He says, so when it came to the rollout of his ninth studio album, Iceman, he wanted to try something new, a series of theatrical live streams on YouTube where he could debut new singles and build up a storyline around the project before it drops. I have been trying to act. I have been trying for a challenge, he says. The game is extremely calm seas right now. Nobody is rocking any boat on the water. And so once we discussed the live stream rollout, it just sounded like the perfect mix of risk and reward for me. Well, if Drake is a gambling guy and you're going for high risk, high reward, you definitely lost that bet for sure. The Drake curse still continues to live.
He sure did. Nothing about those episodes were innovative. Nothing about those were new. Nothing about those shows art of any kind. Drake is not an artistic person. He does not have an artistic bone in his body, right? Like somebody like Kanye West, you can see his artistic vision, right? Someone like Kendrick Lamar, you can see what he's portraying, what he put out there. You can read into it. You can decipher what he's trying to say. Drake is not that guy. That's not his thing. His fans is not gonna be able to his fans is not going to be able to have uh that's not what he trained his fans to be. He trained his fans on fast food songs, fast food music, right? Something fast, something quick to shake your ass, and that's it. Now he's trying to be mysterious, trying to be mystique, and now he wants people to decipher his work, saying now the game is kind of the game is kind of what was the word he used? Slow, calm. The game is calm. Kendrick just whooped your ass. Ain't nothing calm about that. You probably think it's calm because Kendrick haven't dropped anything in 2025. Kendrick pretty much gave you the whole 2025, dude, to be like, here, do something about it. And you have not done anything at all. You tried with these Iceman episodes. You tried with that Some Shitty Songs for You album you dropped with Party Next Door, and all these other record you put out. The which ones and what did I miss and all those other features you had with Central C and whoever else you had a feature with that went nowhere. And the only song that did something was that Nokia crap, and that still ain't do nothing. You know what I mean? This is not your lane, Drake. This lane, this mysterious mystery lane you're trying to be in, this is not your niche. This is not your thing. Leave it to the big dogs, and that's where Kendricks come in. Leave it to the goat.
on within this one because there was no way anybody was rocking with this. Like I said, his own fans were disappointed. And I think it goes back to the imagery that he was using, the subliminals that he was using. I mean, let's just be real, bro. Let's just be real for a second. Imagery, subliminals, cryptic messaging, that's not Drake's style. He was getting upset because he was tired of the photo cover, magazine, silly interview, and then dropping the album. But let's just be real for a second. You've never been the type of artist that would present something cryptic that people would have to decipher and break down.
Exactly. Come on, DeVille. Let the man know. Let the people know. He's never been that guy. You never been that dude.
That has never been your lane. And it's harder to do that in a live stream where you have to entertain people for minutes and hours in advance. You would go live for an hour, 2 hours, 45 minutes. And what would happen? Absolutely nothing. People would have to wait, and feel the patience dragging and dragging and dragging, and nothing would ever happen. Another thing that was a problem with what he said in this article right here is that he says that the game is extremely calm and and that nobody is rocking the boat. Rocking the boat. Did you forget who rocked you? Did you forget
Exactly.
who beat
Kendrick Lamar whooped his ass. Now he's saying the scene is calm. The rap game is calm. Are you kidding me? You want him to come back out? Huh? You want him to come at your net? You know what's gonna happen, right?
you in the battle? Because Kendrick Lamar is the person that has been taking the whole world by storm. So if you're talking about rocking the seas, you got to talk about Kendrick Lamar. It's
Mm-hmm.
also the reason why I think you're doing what you're doing. This is the reason why I think he was doing these whole cryptic messages in his videos in the first place. This is more Kendrick's style.
It
This is
is.
more Kendrick's lane. It actually reminds me of GNX when Kendrick was describing how to be like Kendrick for Dummies in the Squabble Up music video. When he's reading the book and the title says that, it makes me feel like Drake took a page right out of the book.
He did. Drake is a copycat. He's trying to copy everything as Kendrick is doing. He is jealous of the attention that Kendrick had gotten.
And he's trying to copy what Kendrick is known for. And then you're saying that nobody is making noise, nobody is rocking the seas. You got to be kidding me, man. I think this is just you trying to take a shot while trying to be humble about your work. There is no way that somebody is reading this and thinking that you're not talking about anybody in particular or trying to shade anybody in particular. However, this is completely false because Kendrick just broke the record for most gross sales in a tour, stadiums, all that. Check the paperwork, it's right there. But it doesn't stop here. He continues to say things, he continues to talk about certain things that happen in the live stream. One thing that I will say that he said was funny, and I thought funny as well, was when a fan had approached him. Drake was mostly showered with words of adoration from his hometown of fans, but there was one attention seeker who shouted out, "You're a B." From the street, Drake responded with some banter, firing back, "So what's up then, big dog? Don't look away now. Don't look away now." We all know the clip that they're talking about. He says that he brings the moment up when I ask about the funniest thing that happened on stream so far, responding probably when this random tall white guy said that I was a B word when I was driving and
Because you are a straight bitch. You are.
I just literally turned up midstream. I wouldn't even say I broke character because that's some Iceman ish. I guess you can't just page me while I'm driving around spreading good vibrations. He adds with an LOL. He started moving quick after that. No more talking. Well, it's
Oh,
funny that he
please.
says that he started moving quick because nobody had saw that after he got approached during that situation. nothing happened. The live stream actually cut off and nothing happened after that. So it's funny how he's saying
He's trying to make it seem like he did something to that guy. He wants that tough guy image. He know nothing happened to that dude.
the guy ran away when there's no video of the guy running away. They didn't even show a video of the guy talking smack. You only hear him from the distance. So him trying to act like he like pressed this guy or
Mm-hmm.
confronted this guy is completely ridiculous. He was driving a truck mid traffic. There was no way that he was going to get out
Because he's a clown. Him and his goons are clowns. They are stupid.
and try to talk down on this guy at all. But I just thought that was funny to point out. Another thing that I saw here that was real interesting was this other persona that he was trying to put on during his whole establishment of Iceman. I talked about it in a recent theory. He was comparing himself to Iceman, the infamous mobster who was known for all of his evil deeds. He says that I watch a lot of documentaries, a lot of them having to do with true crime, criminal minds, all that type of stuff. I watch those type of documentaries a lot, and as you get invested, you start to try to solve things before you even know.
Well, you need to continue watching those because you're not good at it, buddy. You're not there yet. You're not there. It is not your thing. It don't mean nothing how much you watch these shows.
Where it's headed or where the answers are. Drake says it's like this sleuth energy. What did I learn? What did I miss? No pun intended. He says, laughing, but yeah, it's a crazy to see people make 3 to 2 to 4 hour videos on their thoughts and building conspiracies. It's interactive content, and that adds such desirable element more so than a music video with cars and things. Not that those aren't lovely sometimes. Also, seems like he's just copying me at this point. I'm just playing, bro. We keep it a legend, but yeah, it does seem like this is adding on to the Iceman theory where he's trying to compare himself to the Iceman mobster from back in the day that was charged for all these heinous crimes.
He always got to copy somebody. Always. He can't do anything authentic at all by himself. It always have to be off of someone else's work.
Another thing that people were pointing out in this interview was what he had talked about on a separate sheet right here. He says right here, I think I am always capable of recognizing when things are shifting and not being weirdly affected by it, not being jealous, not being thirsty, just finding out how I shine light or coexist or make it a part of our ecosystem. He says, with this, I just would study IRL streams versus the stagnant bedroom cam streams. And I feel like IRL just had so much unpredictable energy and movement. And we just started asking crazy questions like, how high can the quality get? How many cameras can we get to go live at once? 12, 13, 14? Can we get a drone shot to go live? We just started getting unhinged with the request because we wanted to push it as far as possible. And the interesting part is him saying that he's not being jealous,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that there's a shift in the industry, knowing that there is a shift. And you think about it, right? What shift are you talking about? The shift in music, the shift in popularity. Is your popularity going down and is Kendrick Lamar's going up? And then you have to back it up after saying this by saying that you're not jealous, not
Yep.
trying to be thirsty, but also trying to get the most well established live stream to make this go successful and then still flop. Seems to
Yep.
me that you're trying to keep up with the times.
He is. He know there's a shift. He is trying to keep up. That's why he's trying to bite Kendrick Lamar's style. Because he's seeing people are leaning towards that. The conscious rap, looking into the lyrics, deciphering the lyrics. He's leaning into that because that's where the shift is happening right now. And he's doing all this extra stuff so he can be like, oh, I made it more popular. I made it mainstream. I want the credit. No, 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 buddy. This is not your lane. This is not your lane. Step back.
To be something that you're not, because honestly, bro, Drake is not known for this type of stuff, right?
He's
A lot
not.
of his fans were mad about it because he is not known for this type of stuff. So for the fact that you try to put on this persona like you're not jealous of anything, that you're not upset about anything, and that you're trying to be unbothered is completely
That's what I'm saying. He's so bothered. You speaking the truth right now. He's so bothered, but he's trying to act like he's unbothered. And it's a joke.
completely obvious to tell that this is just a front. There is no way that anybody would believe that you don't feel affected by any of this. It doesn't make sense how they're asking you how you decided to stream and how you wanted people to coexist in your world. And then you start off by saying that you're capable to realize that things are shifting, not being specific on what is shifting, If you're talking about the way that media is, I really don't think this is the case. I think you're really talking about how things have shifted for you when it comes to popularity, public opinion, the way that you're grasping people's attention, the way that people are looking at you now, seeing others be successful, other people being in the limelight, and trying to say that you're not jealous, trying to say that you're not thirsty, makes me feel like this is your way of trying to say that you're unbothered. Again, I don't think that you're trying to talk about the cameras or the way that you're grasping people. If you're talking about the way that media is, I really don't think this is the case. I think you're really talking about how things have shifted for you when it comes to popularity, public opinion, the way that you're grasping people's attention, the way that people are looking at you now, seeing others be successful, other people being in the limelight, and trying to say that you're not jealous, trying to say that you're not thirsty, makes me feel like this is your way of trying to say that you're unbothered. Again, I don't think that you're trying to talk about the cameras or the streaming situation. I think you're talking about how you are realizing there's a shift with the way that the audience is looking at you and the way that the people are catering to you. To be honest, I thought that after the situations that happened with his album getting leaked and all these other things about Iceman getting treated after episode 3, that he wasn't going to put it out. He was supposed to drop it in the summer. We're already going into the next year. We're almost 2 months from January, and we still haven't gotten the album. I don't think we will get the album. If we don't get it in December and we end up getting it in January, to be honest,
He can keep the album. Nobody wants that crap. He can keep it. But his fans dying for it. That's it. Y'all, my mic is about to die. So let me go ahead and wrap this up. And so just let me know. Go ahead and shout out to DeVille once again. So let me know what y'all think. Y'all ready for this Iceman um album? Y'all care about these videos? Have y'all watched the videos? If so, go ahead and comment down below. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all so much. Until next time.